That's how OBS works. I forgot I wasn't in studio mode. Let me play some music. I didn't mean to transition right now. Is that what the right wing are afraid of? Hello, children. It's me, your dad. Let me know if I sound okay. Let me know if things are weird or too loud or too quiet, etc., etc. How are we all doing today? I see familiar names in chat. And if you think it's been long since you've seen my content, it's been long since I've done anything. Which is why we're here today. I should probably update my description to this. I should have done it before I started, but if you are interested in keeping up with me outside of YouTube, do follow me on Blue Sky and Instagram. Instagram is probably the one that I'm most active on. I'm not posting a lot, but I do a lot of stories and Q&As. Haha, he said doo-doo. But anyway, and if you feel so inclined, the Patreon is also there, where I am revealing all of my secrets, and then that gives you access to the Dead Bedspread community Discord. So, what's the big idea? What's the plan? So, I've been uploading a few videos kind of over the past year, like very infrequently. And what's happening with YouTube is if you don't upload for a long time, they're not going to prioritize what you make. So, when I have a sub count of like 168,000 subscribers and I upload a video and it gets like 2,000 views, that's not great, and it's also kind of demoralizing. So then, let's say I would make a video, I'd upload it, fresh to make another video, but then the video gets no views, so then in my brain I say, why bother? So then I don't make another one for another few months. So what I want to do is, I want to make like 3 or 4 videos without uploading them, and then upload them 1 week after the other. Just so then it's like, here they are. If they do well, great. If they don't do well, even if I get demoralized, they're already made, and you guys will get 4 videos. At least. Anyway, the thing we're working on today is a 1-hour Pokemon region. Now, you may have seen Sugargreen7 do this. I believe it was a trend started by Pen Paladin, in which we give ourselves maybe 30 seconds to draw a Pokemon. There's not really any huge like, there's no pressure to make anything like super based on anything. I'm not going to be drawing anything today, but I do want to try and fill out all of this sheet to get up to 151. Now you'll see I have some things here. A lot of these might be duplicates. What I did was I asked around on the Discord, and I asked on an Instagram story, to which people kind of gave me their very simple ideas, which I've added in here. So, like, for instance, one of these things is Grass Lady, but then one of the things down here is Leaf Stone. So we could probably put, like, the Leaf Stone evolution on Grass Lady. So there's a lot of things here that are gonna kind of double up. So if you have suggestions that are like one word animal names or things, for instance, I don't want something like, the grass starter should be a deer that's based on an Irish elk because it's an extinct animal. Literally, I say grass starter, you say moth or something, you know? And I think what I might do is I might get like a random animal generator and pop that open and give it maybe like 5 spins and see what kind of sounds the coolest. But I'm not really looking to do anything deep here. I'm aware that I've fallen out of making Fakemon, which I'm going to be making a video about that, because there is a bigger problem on the platform in general when it comes to Fakemon. No doubt if you can guess who that fucking is. But I want to just do this to like get 151 new like fake man concepts just onto the channel. Very low pressure. Oh, hello, Tony. So let me see if I can find a random animal generator without a bunch of ads taking up the screen. No, I don't want to. Alright, there we go. So if I put this up here. Okay, the top of it is cut off. So we are going to find the animal for our grass starter. And I don't want to do an elk, so I don't want to do anything that I've made already, and I don't think I want to do anything that Pokemon has done already. If that makes sense. So let's randomize. Sloth! That works very well. Cool. Now all of the starters are always some kind of animal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cut to Gen 6 fire starter just being a man. Sloths live in trees. Mossy sloth. We don't need to think about it too hard. Fire starter is going to be a frog. Yep. I'll take that. I have made a 3-stage fire frog before. Part of me was also thinking, would I take the kind of the missing gaps in starters? Like, for instance, there's no grass type. Is grass missing any? So, like, there's a water starter frog and a grass starter frog, but there's no fire starter frog. Then with water... God, this is really hard to do off the cuff. There are things that are missing that I can't think of. Anyway, let's see what water is. Alligator, already been done. So I don't want to do it. And I know you can say, Mama, but they have 2 water ducks and water lizards. And it's like, I don't want to do it. Cuckoo. I don't like drawing birds. Ooh, Oh, I was thinking cockatoo, and I can make him like a surfer cockatoo, but I don't want to do a cuckoo. Hippopotamus. I mean, okay. That's pretty that's pretty like unapologetic. Grass crocodile. I knew I was missing one. And I had like a whole video about this that is on the Patreon. I didn't edit it super good, but I did like design. I'll try and find those and throw them up. Like really base concepts where like a grass starter crocodile would look like a log, because that's what crocodiles do in nature when they're floating on the water. They kind of blended with tree debris. So it's like it could be a log that evolves into like a branch that evolves into like a fallen tree or something. It's pretty cool. So we have the 2 bugs. I personally want to do 3-stage bugs because I feel like having a bug at the start of the game kind of shows what evolution is in Pokemon. And also I was very disappointed with Spidops and Lokix. I thought that they could have used another stage. So I'm going to go down here. We have a few things. I'm going to remove that. You didn't see anything. Don't rewind the video. Because somebody said, 2 people actually said, stick insect. So, while that's a spot there, we're actually going to put that up here. So we're going to have a stick insect. You know what I want to do? I want to I want to copy the text and not copy the whole thing, because that's going to leave a big white gap there, and that's very annoying. I know I've lost my stick insect. Okay, I guess it's going to do that no matter what. Kill me. Let's make this a little bit wider. There we go. Okay. Get stick bugged. Okay, early bug 2. So, I think here to here is just, this is locations. Then these are just kind of clades. These are clades. Then everything from here up is like a suggestion from Instagram. I don't think I had any other bugs except snails. But if I make a snail a bug type, people are gonna kill me. Because... slugs are bugs! Actually, Deebs. I'll kill you. Who remembers what that is a reference to? Ay, ay, ay. Chatacabra. I don't know what that is, because I haven't played Monster Hunter since Rise. Okay, snail. I feel like... Here's the other thing, though. People are saying there were 2 snail ones. There was a bowling snail and a grass-type snail. I don't know if I have to keep, like, grass-type, because I already have snail. Because I don't think I want to have, like, a grass-type here and then immediately have another one. Do we think snail could work for a second bug? If you caught a bug-type snail in Pokemon, would you riot to the Game Freak office and say, "Mama, this snail, he should be water-type. He should be dark-type." I don't think I care too much. Shell mimics a Pokeball. Okay, so this is the other thing. We also have Pokeball Mimic somewhere. Pokeball Mimic and Pokeball Mimic Evolution. Maybe I should make the snail that. Because someone had a... I just wrote Flytrap. But they had their idea was like a piranha plant from Mario that looked like a Pokeball. And I'm like, I don't want to do anything that's like third-party references. Because I always find that a little weird. It's not something Pokemon does. Like, blatantly. Like, Lokix is Kamen Rider-esque. But it's not like... It's not called, like... Kamen Rider, man. You know? So I don't want to do, like, this is my piranha plant and Pokemon. So I might actually do... I might do the Pokeball... The Pokeball Snail. That's actually not a bad idea. Oh my god! Oh my god, Tony! Tony, you genius. The Pokeball Mimic is a snail, and its evolution, because the idea that they had was... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? A bowling snail? So it throws its own shell like a Pokeball. Alrighty. Yeah, baby! Okay. Nice. What do we make the second bug? I don't think I have anything bug here. Reptile, bat, man-made, type combo, alt evo, firestone, alt stones, urban dweller, marine mammal, sea hare, windchime, chameleon, car, musical instrument. Ooh, okay, so somebody had the idea for a witch, like a hag witch. And in Brazil, I was recently informed, well, maybe not recently, that moths have are very correlated with witches. Like, apparently moths are like, it's either a form a witch can take, or it's like what a witch gets reincarnated into. So we could have, like, the stick insect be... And then I was like, what if the stick insect was the broom? And they could, like, team up or something? Would that be stupid? Or would that be awesome? Hey, I might be cooking. Okay, so this one, like, sweeps the forest of leaves, and then the witch moth steals it and flies away. Maybe they have a combo form or something. So, I have the early birds, the normal types, and the late birds. So, like, the early birds would be, like, Pidgey, and then the Pidgey, Tailo, all the ones we associate. The late bird isn't... It's not necessarily late, it's just a route or two later than the early bird. So that's things like Spearow, Wingull, Wattrel, even though I think Wattrel should be the bird for... Paldea is a weird region. What kind of birds... And the reason I have these both as only 2 stages instead of 3 stages is because... And I say this a lot in circles, maybe not publicly. I fucking hate designing birds. So, randomize. How many? Unique? Hamster's not a bird. Rhinoceros is not a bird. Cobra's not a bird. Buzzard. Buzzard could be cool, but it's kind of Mandibuzz. So I'll put a... I'll put in duck. What's a kakapo bird? That's on... Is that big horny one? Yeah. If you don't know what I'm referring to, that out of context, that's a really weird thing to say. I don't think I want to do a kakapo. I don't want to do a penguin for... actually, maybe. Because here's another thing I'm thinking of. I might... okay. I'm always kind of annoyed with Pokemon. How... It seems you can get every type pretty early in games. Except Dragon, which... hasn't really aged well because Fairy dunks in it so hard. But very, very rarely, if ever, you can get Ice early. But I'm like, do I want to do an Ice-type Penguin, you know? What is a Pito bird? It's a poisonous bird. Yeah, flying poison could be cool, actually. Yeah, cool, okay. Do I want that as my first bird or my second bird? Ooh, I could do that. Hang on. I could do a Pitahui that evolves into a buzzard kind of design. Because then I could, like, use the poison to digest. Because buzzards are like vultures, aren't they? Am I mixing up my birds? Oh no, buzzards are like falcons. No, in North America, buzzard is a colloquial nickname for vultures. Scientifically... Yeah, okay, so they're hawks. Hello, French! This is in general region with anything that sounds fun. Yes, it is. One of your suggestions is actually in here from the Instagram story I did. Ron did a video like this where I'm just gonna take 30 seconds to draw each fake man with not really any pressure, I guess. But oh yeah. Your suggestion was fairy. So yeah, I think having this little poison bird evolve into... I'm gonna just write vulture. It doesn't matter. We're not really tied to the generator. What could we do for an early bird, though? Because the reason I don't like doing birds is because... And this was the thing when Flamingo came out. Everybody was like, oh my god! Flamingo's just a flamingo! And it's like, hey, have you noticed Pidgey and Nocto and Swallow and Unfezant and Pidove and Starly and Toucanon? Like, the birds have always just been a bird. Toad's not a bird. Marmoset's a kangaroo. Owl. Owl! Hoodoo's an owl. Decidueye's an owl. Do we have any other owl? So I'm wondering, could I lean into some other thing than snow? Oh my god. You came after my big ice type rant, but you you brought it back. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a flying ice snowy owl. Unless you were here listening the whole time. Okay. Route 1, normal type. What kind of animal are we gonna have for a Route 1 normal type? An elk? Not thinking likely. We need something small. Generally a rodent in people's eyes, even though 5 out of the 9 of them are not rodents. Fox. Maybe. A raccoon actually is a good idea. A chinchilla's been done. I like a raccoon. Zigzagoon is kind of... Because it's in the name, obviously, Zigzagoon. But it's more tanuki, and they are very similar. Chinchilla is a rodent. I'm gonna write down a few for this. We have the chinchilla Pokemon already. I'm not. A raccoon that keeps trash it finds in its tail. That is very Greedent coded, so I want to try and stay away from that. Silver Fox. Well, well. I was about to say something very inappropriate. Chinchilla. Okay, I get it. You want us to do chinchilla. Wolf. I don't... Here's the thing. I would have never said that I would have been able to see a Route 1 normal type being a pig, either. Until we had Lechonk. So... Shrew. Should I have a shrew that evolves into a literal elephant shrew? Or would that be too cursed? Silver fox. Okay, stop. Lynx. Yeah, I think what it is it shouldn't be like a predatory animal, but then also Yungoos exist. Wombat. Yeah, I want it to be a wombat. And if you know anything about wombats, you know why I want it to be a wombat. Someone please tell me your one and only favorite wombat fact. It is related to the cubes. So for anybody who doesn't know, wombats, yeah, they have an armored butt. So they will intentionally let predators chase them into their burrows. Where their butt is so armored that predators cannot pierce their hide easily. And then they will basically back it up and squish the predator's head against the roof of the cave with their ass. All while looking really adorable. Whoa, they're animals, that's crazy. Speaking of animals, Pika clone. Pika clones are... So Pikachu's a mouse. Plus Minun are rabbits, which are not rodents, even though they do look like them. Patrice is a squirrel, which is a rodent. Emolga's flying squirrel, which is a rodent. Gen 6 is Dedenne, which is fucking something, which is a rodent. Togedemaru is a hedgehog, which is definitely not a rodent. Morpeko is a hamster, which is a rodent. And Pawmi is a marmot, which is a rodent. So, you know, if I find something here, I might swap Wombat for the Pika clone. Could be kind of cool. Maybe a bat. We do have bat as a suggestion, but I have an idea for bat already, I think. Let's see, is there anything down here that we could do? An orangutan Pikachu clone. A honeypot ant Pikachu clone. A rat. Wow, Capybara. Capybara. Cappy Blappy. Okay. I think... Do I want the Route 1 normal type to be a Wombat that evolves, or do I want the Pikachu clone to be a Wombat that's just what it is? Well, of course she's obsessed with them. They're the best animal ever. They're so chill. What way do I want to do this? And he could be called Pikachu. Could be an electric ice type. Why is there a weird guy in the corner? That's me. Electric water. Yeah, actually. It's a great type combo. I think we might be cooking here. What's a good type for a witch moth? Would we say like bug ghost, bug dark, bug psychic? I don't want the stick insect to be grass type, because that defeats the purpose of it being a stick insect. The bottom left corner is Hydorsis, the sweaty horse Pokemon, who I didn't put here. He was already here, and I said, well, that's fun. I'll just leave him there with no context. You know what? I hate when birds are all normal type, so Owl is just going to be flying type. Bug Psychic. Delphox has shown some precedence for it. Bug Fairy. I'm thinking... because I'm the boss, I'm thinking Bug Ghost. And I think I want the stick insect to just be Bug, because we do lack fully evolved 3-stage bug, pure bug lines. Not enough bug dark types? Well, here's the interesting thing. I think it's literally just, for Bug Ghost, it's just Shedinja, and for Bug Dark, it's just Lokix. So... I'm kind of between... I think Ghost, personally, because I don't think she's gonna be very, like, evil. And Dark is the evil type in Japan. Did we know this? Alt Evos? I will have Alt Evos at some point. I don't think I'm gonna do it for the... Yeah, it's about to be like, they would never do that for an early bug, but then I was like, Wurmple, that's his whole deal. Oh, Mothim and Wormadam too. I don't know, I feel... So, with these two guys, I have like a fun gimmick where like one is a stick insect that becomes like a broom, then the moth becomes a witch. And then maybe there's like some kind of form combined shenanigans where your kind of mid-early game bugs can fuse, essentially, into something more powerful. I should make it the same design, but one is upside down. And it's one of those like young woman, old woman face things. Early dark type. Yeah, actually, I feel like this is why I don't want to make it a dark type, because we're going to have the dark type. So this is in the vein of like Poochyena or Nickit or Purloin. So I don't want to make it a cat. Could we do a bat? Hello, Luke X-Ray. How you doing today? Do I do the bat for dark type? And I'll tell you what the bad idea is, even though it's already written here. And well, it's because bats fly around at nighttime. And they scare people. Because also what I'm going to do here is... a lot of games then also have like something that is nocturnal. but sometimes at the beginning of the game. The only ones I can think of are like Kricketot and Spinarak. So I'm like, would I double up? Oh, okay, I have that already. The witch map will be nocturnal. And you will be diurnal? Is that how you spell that word? Okay, I can get rid of these. Goodbye! How do I clear you? There we go. No, hang on. Delete. Delete! There we go. Eyes become night vision goggles. Tasmanian Devil. I might write that down here somewhere. I'm gonna go through this one by one. Yeah, so I think I want to do the bat here. Get kind of 2 in 1. And I'm just gonna write bat eyes. Because if you look at every, like, and also should its name end with bat. Because all of the like, bat Pokemon we have that aren't Lunala are, like, Zubat, Woobat, Noibat. And each one of them, Zubat, its line, their kind of face features on their mouth. Woobat and Swoobat, their face feature is on their nose. And Noibat and Noivern, their face feature is their ears. So I'm like, the last kind of feature I could do with the face would be to give it huge, like... I'm imagining it has like an almost like jet black body and then like these horrible yellow eyes! So yeah, that's kind of my...
This is my pitch for my bat. Look at that.
Cool. Bats don't really need use their eyes. Please Google bat facts before you spread bat misinformation in my chat. Bats have extremely good eyesight. It is just used for very dark places. The more you know. Okay, grass girl, grass, you have been lied to your whole life. Rabbits are not rodents. Bats use their eyes. Slugs are bugs. Grass girl, grass teen, grass lady. This is kind of like, I guess in Gen 1 it would be Oddish to Vileplume. Even though it's not quite what they do anymore, so then it would be Oddish to Blossom. It's on Flora-ish. Gen 3, I don't think you get it in Gen 3. You have Roselia, but then in Gen 4 it goes Roselia Roserade. Then you have kind of, Lilligant exists, Leavanny, I guess, if you want to count that. Florges, even though she's not grass. And then it starts getting to like Serena, and things like that. Did you know bats are partially responsible for pollinating plants that gives tequila and chocolate? Cool. Pumpkin Cinderella. It's a cool idea, but I feel like the visual is gonna lean too much to Lilligant of having like the big ballroom gown kind of thing. So Roserade has thorns, in quotes. It's a lot of it's a lot of like the Pokemon designs of like, Tentacruel has 80 tentacles, and it's like, no, it is 10. And it's, Roserade is covered with thorns, and it's like, is it? Is it really? Let me see if I can find a random plant generator. Might give us some, okay. This should be something. The Blue Lily. Just looking for inspiration here. Garlic. Ooh, I could do a garlic that becomes an onion. That becomes a pumpkin. Like briars. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna say like thorns, briars. I am not doing the Gimpy Gimpy plantain. I don't want it to kill me. I will say nettle though, if we want like some kind of edge. It could be a nettle that becomes a thistle that becomes Gimpy Gimpy. For anybody who doesn't know, Gimpy Gimpy is known as the suicide plant because the pain it makes you feel is like death. Let's say like blackberry. I also like garlic to onion to pumpkin. Elephant apple. That's weird. You're the apple of my eye. Let's zoom this in. Actually, there we go. Whoa! Just checking all the sizes of my pages. Tea. Tea. And then, ooh, okay. There's a lot of potential with tea, I feel. Like Ramona flowers. Grey alder, juniper. That's a crazy looking picture. Camellia. Pawpaw. Field forget-me-not. These just made up at this point. Scurvy cress. Never call me that again. Achidic honeysuckle. This is diabolical. A lot of good visuals here though. Yam. Pawpaw. Olive. I was about to say, wow, an olive could be really good, and then I was like, wait a minute. We already have that. The yellow coneflower. Coconut. I cannot make a grass lady based on coconuts. You already know why. Black raspberry. Black raspberry? Just call it a blackberry. Could I do like some kind of like berry? Like where each stage is like a different kind of berry, and then at the end it like gives off berries. A chalk milkwort. Common ragweed. Invalid curly block. What does that mean? I didn't know Saskatoon was a plant. Foxglove is kind of cool. Poison ivy is too obvious. What is a gorse? Kelp water grass. Well, funnily enough, someone did suggest seaweed. Do we make the grass lady a kelp mermaid? Because they did want it to be water grass. Mango. Aloe vera. A cactus would be kind of cool, actually. Closest thing to that is Maractus. Oh, plants! Why do you do me like this? Japanese. Oh, were you in Ireland between the year 2010 and 2020? Do you remember this, little idiot? Cactus cowgirl. Hemp. Just make her weed. Cotton. Flax. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we're just going in circles now. Ew, stinky! Sunflower. The only sunflower Pokemon we have is Sunflora, right? Dorian, sticky, sweaty gal with a heart of gold. I think I have enough inspo in here. Well, stinky. I think tea is really strong and appealing because it's like... It's just like striking up my imagination, but I also like it kind of... like a princess that evolves into the carriage it sits in. You know? Let's say garlic is like a little girl and then onion is a princess, and then pumpkin is like she's sitting in like a... She has like a shell around her that's like the carriage itself. Grass, fire, sunflower, god damn you. Oh god, okay, grass, fire, sunflower, grass, water, seaweed. I think I'm gonna get rid of blackberry. Tea and nettle go together. Like it's kind of... And then like the lore is like it's really dangerous. It's really dangerous offensively, but it can also like heal you. Yeah, goddamn Celesteela ain't even a grass type. Oh dear. Do I want to do Kaguya? Do we have any Pokemon based on bamboo? I don't think so. Well, yeah, guys, outside of Celesteela. I meant like a grass type that is bamboo. Cause I know Pangoro is eating it sometimes. Or is it Pancham that has the leaf in his mouth? Ugh. Okay. Cool. Rock monster. This is your everything from Golem to Gigalith to Colossal. That goddamn guy I hate. Granny Granite. Oh, I can get rid of Bat from here. Do we have any thing here that would fit in? Musical instrument. A pet rock. I think I want the pet rock to be something different from the rock monster. Or do I? A pet rock that evolves into a rock monster? But also I'm like, how the hell do you do a pet rock? What if it's a rock Pokemon that grows them? It's a good idea. The Evo Stones are more just to have... Make sure I have every one of each thing that evolves from them. But having a rock type that grows them is not a bad idea. I think I want to put Leaf Stone up by Grass Lady. Just as like an easy way to do that. Pet Rock. I can get rid of Grass type Snail from here too. Stonefish. Don't think so. Because the rock monsters are very rarely an animal. Oh my god. Okay, so what if like the pet rock was like the arms and legs, well, just legs, and tail of like a cat, which just had a rock for a body. Because I don't really know where. Oh wow. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I think we got it. I just googled this thing. It's fantastic. Wow. I think I want that to be its own thing. I don't know if I want that to be the first stage of the rock monster. Because what could I make like a tiger rock thing for 3 evolutions, you know? I feel like that's very like Dunsparce coded, you know? Where I wouldn't want to like I wouldn't want to change that, you know? Okay, let me do the suggestions we got. Grows Evo stones, and then you could like pluck the stones out of it. Stone Echo Stone, yeah. I understand. You can make it into a garden land. I do not want to make the rock monster into an animal. I think it is one of the most appealing things about those lines. And it's like, you could be like, ah, Golem's a turtle. And it's like, yeah, if you've never seen a turtle before. Gigalith is actually a mountain gorilla. Colossal is actually Marge Simpson. What did we say? A rock made of rocks. Stacking stones. Evo stone. Pet rock. Gets angry. Don't want to do pet rock. Depending on the ecosystem. Ooh. Okay. So it's like one would just grow water stones, one would just grow ice stones. Pet rock Eevee, perhaps? No. Garden gnome, dwarf, miner. Not monster enough. Ooh, something with cave paintings on it. Is there a rock generator? Random rock generator. Wow. Wow, this thing has the worst background ever. I can't see anything. Okay, this is just names of rocks. I'm not gonna... Oh boy. Okay. Let's think about our favorite rock-based game, Minecraft. Obsidian is actually glass, but glass is counted as rock type, so you could do something obsidian. Obsidian in real life is actually extremely fragile. I don't know why they make it so, the toughest block in the game. We'll go to Gargoyle. Quartzite. Yeah, I'm thinking this, like... I think I want it to be like crystally glassy, because both of those fall under rock types. But the rock monsters are always very like, I am a solid color with maybe a pop of color. Or just really bad. Some kind of crystal ping. Distant cousin of Crystal Onyx. Oh, that thing. Rock Fairy, Rock Candy. Rock Candy. We haven't had a fairy type yet. Stained glass. Stained glass is not a bad idea. I'm not married to Gargoyle. Typically accurate angel based on the idea of stoning or getting crushed under stone slabs. No. I'm thinking more like a kaiju-esque thing. French, you've had one too many now. You might need to call it for a night. You can't even use your keyboard. Yeah, I like a crystal glass fairy rock thing. Well, Malachi, that is not my responsibility. I am not your dad. Okay, I like the idea of crystal glass. I'm just gonna leave it there. Fish! Fish! What do I do for fish? I know I have a shark down here somewhere. Do we have a shark? Shark. And then I could use the shiny stone to evolve the rock monster. Haha. Okay. Maybe. Malachi, your mistake was listening to me ever. I am never consistent. Pet rock shoe. Basking shark. Basking shark. Shrimp. Stonefish. Ungulus. Jellyfish. Crustacean. Deep sea parasite. I don't, you know what? I'm deleting stonefish. I don't want to do a stonefish. Yeah, or do I do stonefish? Right as you said you were enjoying the music, it disappeared. Hello, Evelyn. Welcome in. We're brainstorming a region that I'm going to draw all the Pokemon in within an hour, so I'm going to give myself like 30 seconds to do each. No, it is not exactly an hour, but I'm going to move this, make that more centered again. I stretched the thing, so now anybody who has OCD about that not being centered, shut up. So, I'm going off very basic prompts. Do I do a stonefish and make it rock poison? Catnip grass type. Are the fish always water type? Because I don't just want to make it a... I think the reason I don't want to make it is because I don't want it to be a water poison type or a water rock type. So I'm like... I could do it as a rock type and then a rock poison type, or just have it be rock poison both times. A rock fairy for you. Oh, do I want to do a stonefish? Land dwelling. It would still live in water. I'm just It's my same thing with birds, where, like, I hate that, like, when you design a bird Pokemon, everybody's like, it has to be flying type. It's like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, same thing with a fish. It's like, just because you live underwater doesn't mean you have to be water type. Magikarp, Phoebus, Finian, Basculin, Wishy-Washy, Arcuda. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the stonefish as a later thing. Because I don't want the stonefish to be the fish. Kill me. Because I want the stonefish to be... What the fuck is he? Did I delete him? No, he's there. I want that to be rock poison. For anybody who doesn't know what a stonefish is, it's an Australian fish that looks like a stone and it has spikes along its back, so if you step on it, it injects you and you die. Because you're in Australia, so... Whoops! What is an interesting kind of fish? Because I don't want it to be the basking shark. Or do I want it to be a basking shark? Do I want it to be a shark that evolves into a basking shark? Issue is, I've already made a basking shark fake shark. Shark Fakemon Gulper Eel. I was about to argue with you saying Huntail is crap, but it's literally always at the top of my list of forgettable Hoenn Pokemon. And especially given what the original Gulper Eel beta Fakemon we had. Flying Fish. Chimera, Ghost Shark. Let me see. Random fish generator. God, I wish you had images on this, but it doesn't, so whatever. Goodbye, Jay. Baby Shark. Lionfish. What did I see there? What did I see? What did I see? Like, we could do something like lionfish. We could also do something like salmon. So you know salmon. Although technically I think Basculin is now salmon. With Basculegion. And the way White Stripe looked. Why are fish so boring? Goldeen is kind of a goldfish, isn't it? It's in the name. That stupid fucking fish I hate. Fish. We have a blowfish. Clownfish. Shark. Alright, an eel. Goodbye, Tony. Arowana. Flying fish. Swordfish. Ooh. God, I love getting old. Oh no, ew. I hate sunfish. They're so useless. They're so weird. Okay, hate is a strong word. Why do they exist? They just let themselves get eaten. Okay, I think I have a good selection of fish there. I don't think the fish needs to be necessarily, like, the most deep thing ever. Because you could be like, oh, well, Magikarp evolves into Gyarados, and that references the waterfall where if the fish jumps 1,000 feet in the air, it turns into a dragon. But then it's also like, Goldeen evolves into Sea King because they're fish and they have horns on them. My favorite seafood platter. Eel, shark, lionfish. Okay, so, maybe some fossil nerds, some prehistoric nerds in chat might have a go at this with me. I initially wanted to do this as 3, but then I realized why Game Freak did it with 4 fossils. I want to have 4 fossils that you can revive into complete fossils, but then also find Caralis from Galar and merge them into abominations. So my initial kind of ideas were to do different like clades of animals, and then I realized that that's what Game Freak did too. So you have pterosaur, dinosaur, plesiosaur, and mammoth. Because pterosaurs and plesiosaurs are not dinosaurs. So pterosaurs fly, dinosaurs are on land, plesiosaurs are in the water, and mammoths are obviously mammals. The other thing with this was I was gonna do maybe like synapsid, but then what Game Freak did is they did bird, dinosaur, plesiosaur, fish. Because plesiosaurs are not fish, they are reptiles that live underwater. Then I was thinking like Pteranodon, or like Haptogopteryx, Stegosaurus, Leopleurodon for the plesiosaur, so just has a huge mouth. Because if I do a plesiosaur body, it's just going to look the same as what Game Freak did. But if they're probably put together more complete dual typings. So French, I'm thinking exactly the opposite of what you said. So I think each of the fully reconstructed ones would be part rock. So like this would be like rock flying. This would be like rock ground, I guess. This would be rock water, and then this would be rock ice. Whereas then Abomination 1, which is like Terra body, plesiosaur head, would be flying water. So then that way we get our rock fossils and our weird dual type fossils. Oh yeah, for sure. See, I was thinking pterosaur body, dinosaur body, plesiosaur head, mammoth. Now, is there anything else I could do instead of a mammoth? Because I was thinking of synapsids. I might be losing the room here, I feel like. And like the one that always comes to mind when I think of synapsids are Dimetrodons, which are these guys. So I was like, that could be a fun body. And then like with some weird head on it. But I'm like, if I just have a Leopleurodon head on this body, it's kind of boring. Whereas, like, a body I was thinking of... Okay. Here's my conundrum. I need to figure out which ones I'm doing body for and which ones I'm doing head for. Pterosaur body is locked in. Because, like... This body, pissy body? Yeah. I have. So I'm thinking I need to lock in pterosaur body. Because the avian one fossil we had already was the head. I need plesiosaur head because we've already had plesiosaur body. So then my issue is we already had dinosaur body with Dracovish and Dracozold. And we've already had like the fourth one's head. But I don't know anything that existed at that time that has a more interesting body. Like, all of a mammoth's like cool features are in its head. Unless I did like a mammoth body, so it was just like this like really like woolly furry body with this crazy reptile head. But But then I feel like there's a lot of fun for, like, to have a mammoth head, like, flipped upside down, so then, like, the tusks become, like, huge horns. And then that would... And then my issue is... So then if I do dinosaur head, I would do, like, Triceratops. Or something with, like, a crazy, like, crest. Mammoth nose could be... Yeah, exactly. But I'm just like... If I do... Because I'm trying to do the opposite of what Game Freak did. Because they did avian head, dinosaur body, plesiosaur body, fish head. Obviously mammoth's not a fish, I know this. So I'm going to do pterosaur body, dinosaur head, plesiosaur head, mammal body. But I just can't think of any, like... Like a mammoth body would be funny with an incorrect head, I think. Oh! And then I could do, like, trike head. As a... Because I also want to do a pterodactyl fossil that's actually a pterodactyl and not aerodactyl. And let's say you're rock water. Do I want the mammoth to be ice type? Maybe I want the Leopleurodon to be dragon. Because if you don't know what a Leopleurodon is... I think it actually might be my favorite like, prehistoric thing that I haven't looked at in a while. It's this guy. Wait, that's pretty evil. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to have just another water ice weirda. And then dinosaur. This guy make a dinosaur dragon. Or steel or something. Oh, back when I was a kid, I was like, I want to be a paleontologist. And then I discovered everything they knew about dinosaurs was a lie. Okay. Regional form. So evolution, regional form, all of this stuff. These were all, like, suggestions in this list I found. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do those. But then I was like, I'm just going to randomly generate a Pokemon. And then just make something up. So I think this could be kind of fun. Let me see. Random Pokemon generator. Generate one Pokemon. All regions, all types, generate. Okay. This is on screen. That's Meowscarada. I don't want to do... I don't want to do a regional form of a starter. Because I was going to say, then the other starters get left out, and then I know, like, it's a thing in ZA that, like, 2 of the Johto starters have Megas and one has a form, and, like, whatever. I'm not your dad. Sandygast. Regional Sandygast. Could be... I was going to say it could be made out of black sand, but that's what the shiny is. A regional Sandygast that is like full of trash. Something about beaches. What would I change from it being ghost ground type? What would I change about it being ghost ground? Okay, I'll write it down as a suggestion. I might generate like 5 and then pick like one that I come up with an idea for. Larvesta, hello. Love you. So we can change Valcorona into anything. Any kind of cosmic entity. Ekans could be cool. Regional Roselia. And with each of these, it's up to me whether I want to do like the full line or just like the final evolution. Irresponsible human and go to sleep. Goodbye, Malachi. Like, I could keep Sendigas the same but make a regional for Palisand, or I could do both. And finally, Hone Edge. I'll make it a spoon. Or based on like a different kind of sword. Like a rock sword or a psychic sword or something. Okay, evolution. All types. Select all. Okay, so I'm gonna generate a Pokemon. And depending on the type of the Pokemon, that's what I'm gonna write down for an evolution. What are you, Fairy Dark? We have both of those. Fairy Ghost. Okay, so the Ghost. I've never designed an evolution, so it should be fun. What are you, Grass Dark? We have both of those. Fighting Normal. I do love the idea of a normal type evolution, where it just gets bigger. That's called Evian. Ghost Flying. And let's say Poison. Okay. Wow, Flying Evolution and Poison Evolution. Who's done that before? Pseudo-legendaries. I do not want it to be a dragon. That's all I want for this. Not a dragon. Now, I did just design a pseudo-legendary for a collab that I think will come out in 2 days. Or this weekend. So I'm like, should I repurpose that? Or should I just do something else? And I guess, like, what are my favorite type combos? I love Water Ground. I'm actually very tempted to make this a Water Steel type. Because I'm waiting for Water Steel forever. I'm trying to, like, very powerful type combos here. Fairy Ground. Mammalian is not a bad idea. Mammalian. So like it could be like an elephant or like a whale or a rhino or a big monkey. But yeah, all I know about that is I do not want it to be a dragon. I'm gonna leave that for a minute, because pseudos can be pretty out there. Like, Metagross is... what the hell is that? Baby Pokemon. I'm gonna randomly generate 5 Pokemon. Gothorita is a 3-stage line. Frigibax is a 3-stage line. Abomasnow... Baby Snover. Okay. I can make a little Pinecone. Iron Thorns does not evolve. Klefki... How the hell do you make a baby Klefki? What does that even mean? Skiddo is... I can't see anything getting smaller than that. Cosmo and Mazlet is a baby. Feedback. Nope. Horsey is already baby. I can't get smaller than Morlo. Clang is 3-stage. Can't get smaller than Baniri. Chimchar is a starter. You're 3-stage. Baby Bouffalante. Definitely works. Ostrich, orchid, giant wolf. I like giant wolf. I'll say orca, ostrich. I don't know about ostrich. I don't like doing birds. Baby Spiro, nope. You can't have a baby. You have a baby. You shouldn't have a baby. No. No, no. You cannot get smaller than Flipple. No baby for you, no baby for you. You have a baby. Stop showing me you. You're a fossil. You have 3 stages. Your baby is tiny. You're 3 stages. You're legendary. You're paradox. I already saw you. No baby Psyduck. Baby Zangoose. But then I have to do baby Viper. Diplin can't. Baby Darumaka can't. Baby Shellos can't. Baby Shelder can't. Nope. 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 Don't want to do Baby Caliphan. Bramblin. Nope. Baby Hypno. My friend did something like this. Maybe you'll see it in the same video you see me in. Haha. Pichu, Blazebreed, Gallade, Totodile, Manectric. Stop giving me 3 stages or dumb 2 stages. Give me like a good solid single stage. Whalmer, Baby Whale. No. Baby Absol. No. Baby Pharisee. Baby Durant. Baby Orthworm. No. I know I just asked for a single stage, but I'm being impossible. I don't know what I want. Baby Drotagon is actually kind of appealing. Baby Drotagon. I gotta get one more. Ew. Carnivine. I should be generating 6. And none of those. 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 Why is this impossible? Advanced. All stages. Fully evolved. All forms. Okay, how do we do this? Alright, there's Drotagon. Thank you for showing up. I'm just waiting for something to strike me with... Also, TCGP, Haxorus has become my GOAT, is now one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Never thought of it that way before. Lapras or Skarmory are good. Lapras is very good, actually. I'll generate 2 more and then I'll write... Can't speak. And then I'll write Lapras. Pinsir Heracross combined baby needs to happen. Yeah. I'll do Lapras. Convergent! I'm gonna randomize a Pokemon again. Let me just generate 5. No, I'll generate 6. No, I'll generate 5. I need 5 options. I'll generate 5. Ooh, okay. I can't do Flapple. No, actually, I'm going to do this one at a time. It's going to overwhelm me. Can't do an Evolution. I don't want to do anything with multiple branched evolutions. Don't want to do a starter for convergent. Be barrel. Don't want to do a legendary. Dugong. I'm trying to think of. Okay, I've already made Mugong, so actually I'm gonna get rid of Dugong. I've already done this. Vanillux. I'm trying to think of immediate puns that I can make. Like when you see Diglett, you go Wiglet. When you see Tentacruel, you go Toadscruel. Vanillux. Because we have to change the vanilla part. Manilux, and it's just a man. That's already original. Absol. Okay, I'm looking at the megas. I need to get rid of those. All stages. Fully evolved. Okay. Gyarados. What is Pang? Optimus forms, you're a legendary. You forms, you're a pseudo-legendary. You are a legendary. You're a gimmick. Mimikyu. I've already made a convergent of Mimikyu as well. Before convergence even existed. It's a Mimikarp. Ursaluna. I can make it water bears. Do something in there. Reviver. Like. How do I touch this? Pang is a description for Pang. Interesting. Steelix becomes Elix. Dreadnought. Breadnought. I've already made that. Trotagon. Oh. French, you need to play Cobblemon. Revavroom is the best thing ever. You just drive around at full speed. Zepstrika, Aerodactyl, Overquill, Underquill, Skarmory. I'm trying to just think of puns off the top of my head. Embor, can I want to get rid of Paradoxes, Mythicals, Legendaries. Is that pseudos? Can I get rid of starters too? Okay. Starmoy. Dudagon. Obama Snow. My fellow Americans. Inteleon. Muck. Yuck! Stuck. And he's sticky. And he's made of gum. But also that's the same thing. Beware. Be scared! Glampardos! Dragapult! Magapult! And he's racist. Arcanine! Barcanine! And he's a dot. Wait a minute. Vileplume! Viledoom! What the hell is this image? Why am I looking at Sinister's butt? That already is a convergent. Golisopod. Goliso. Isopod. Iso. Hariyama. Harimama. Dreadnought. Breadnought. I already did this. Dreadnought. Dread. Caw! And it's a bird. Chootle. Dread bread spread. Nah. Pachirisu. Love Disc. Araquanid. Araquaskid. Lapani. You have to wait till the level. Oh, very, very posh of you. Arboliva. Arboskiva. Comfey. Huntail. Jinx. Lynx! It's just a cat. It's just a cat girl. Smooch. Lynx. That's stupid, I'm not doing it. Hippowdon. Weirdy. Dondozo. Golizabod. Stop showing me the same things. Comfey. Lantern. Sock. Gawk. Hawk Tua. Sylveon. Sneasler. Sudowoodo. A convergent Sudowoodo that's a rock. Or that's a tree mimicking a rock. Could be funny. Oh my god. Okay. Persian. Houndoom. Hound. Hound. Oh my god. Words are hard. Yo, Skodada. Swalot. Seismitoad. Timpole. Palpitoad. Seismitoad. Seisma. Mound Doom, and it's a group of evil ants. Toad. Darmanitan. Darman here. Wigglytuff. Squiggly buff, and he's just really buff. Hello, Retroplasm. Metagross. Ooh. Okay, for anybody who just got here. I'm trying to think of a convergent. Just by making up words. Masquerain, Mascapane. Weavile, Weebile, and he vomits on you. Licky Licky, Sticky Sticky, and he's... Licky Licky. Icky Icky. Sicky Sicky. I've made Sicky Sicky, and he's puking everywhere. Roserade. Rose Parade. Lapras. Grap Locked. Grap. Nope. Hawlucha. I'm losing my fucking mind here. Glisnor. Pinsir, I hardly know her. Dracovish. Baxcalibur. Diggersby. Rillaboom. Cleavor. Wobbuffet. Gothitelle. Goth. Moth! Mothita. But I already have the witch moth. Ah. Don't have two moths. Gothita. Mothita. Okay. Rival 1 and Rival 2. This is going to be like the Zangoose Seviper kind of deal. Where, yeah, it can be version exclusives, but it's two Pokemon that, like, hate each other. I could do a cat and a dog. So I have cat, dog. I could do... like a monkey and something. Animal rivalries. I mean, cats and dogs is pretty... I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so one idea somebody had was like, for a pugilist, but it's a pugilist, and it evolves into a boxer-boxer. So like, I was thinking it could be a pug, because you know, pugs have really squashed faces, and it was a pug, but his face was the boxing glove. And then he evolves into like a proper, like, fighting dog. So I'm like, if I did that for one of the rivals, what would the cat be? Like, would it also be like... Because if I make the cat like a heel wrestler, then it's going to be too much like... Incineroar.
Oh, it's so hard.
Gosh. I'm just looking up animal rivalries. So lions and hyenas are also one. Go a sumo cat, or it's like Big the Cat. Yeah, sure. I like this too now also because it like flips the script on like the dog is the fast one and the cat is like the big lumbering one. I guess they'd both be fighting type. This guy's definitely fighting. Get rid of what I can. So then we have counterparts. This is like Volbeat, Illumise, Soul Rock, Lunatone, where it's like two Pokemon that are basically like the same thing, I guess. And going down here, I was like, I had written musical instrument. Somebody suggested piano and flute. So I'm like, maybe the counterparts could be like music based. But I don't think I have anything that's like like kind of... Somebody said shoe and somebody said socks, so I could do one as shoes and one as socks. How the hell I make shoes and socks into Pokemon, I have no idea. Or I could do a snow globe. Or if I zone in on one thing and then divide it afterwards. Like Volbeat and enemies, they are both just like fireflies. But they're like, it's a gender difference. But they're technically, like, they're different Pokemon. And then Solrock and Lunatone are just like, here's Space Rocks. What if... Okay, that's just Tauros and Miltank. Anteater and Ant. We already have those in Heatmore and Durant. Buffalo. Chameleon is a suggestion. Could there be anything with like a painter chameleon? And something else. Chipmunk. Nope. Walrus. Elk. Stop giving me elk. Gorilla. Gorilla. Kind of like Passimian and or Anguru. One is really wise and one is very physical. Ram. Sheep. One is really fluffy, one has big horns. So I could do fluffy armor sheep and then big horn ram. And yeah, I could make it gendered, why not? It's 2026. Let's drive people crazy. So this one I'm gonna keep a secret from the stream, because I actually don't know yet. If anybody is not aware, I think back in 2022, God, this was 4 years ago. That's crazy. I made a video about how you would introduce crossbreeding into Pokemon. And not just like willy-nilly. When a lot of people do it, they're like, these two Pokemon look the same. And there are actually like rules. So I think I'm going to do a crossbreed, but I have a whole list. But that list is a secret. It took me a long time to make. So I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 crossbreed lines in here, depending on what I see. Pegasus and Unicorn. Pegasus and Unicorn. Pegasus and Medusa. No, I feel like Pegasus and Medusa would be rivals. I like Pegasus and Unicorn. Because that has kind of the thing of people being like, are they related? But they can still get away with being their own thing. Trade specific. Okay, and this one is driving me crazy. I was trying to think about this. So I was like, you could have a crab, and you could have a snail. And then the crab becomes a hermit crab, and the snail becomes a Salagor, because it's a snail. So what this means is, it's a thing like Shelmet and Carablast, where when you trade the two of them together, one of them takes features from the other, or they swap features, and then they become something else. But everything I think of that uses parts from another animal, like, one of them is always a snail. So I'm like, what can we do here? The other fun theory, and it's not a theory because it's just not true, but it's like, Machamp, so it's Machop, Machoke, Machamp. Machoke has 2 arms and a lizard face. Graveler has a flat face and 4 arms, whereas Machamp has a flat face and 4 arms, and Golem has 2 arms and a lizard face. So the theory is that Machoke and Graveler like swap their face and arms if you trade them with each other. Hey Deebs, what did I miss? The list. I don't know when you left. So I'm thinking it could be a crab, And it becomes a hermit crab by stealing a shell. But then I don't know what to do for like the... Well, somebody did say sea hare. So I could have like a sea slug that evolves into a sea hare that's like free. Ah, yes it was, Luke. I forgot that. It's a good idea. New Pokemon, there's the Dragon Slayer and the Dragon. When traded, Dragon Slayer gets the Dragon Scales and the Dragon becomes a close type. Do I want to trade evolution where one kills the other? It's cool. We'll do Dragon Slayer. So then this would be like Dragon Ghost, and this would become Type Dragon. Or like a spider and a fly. Where like the spider loses its web, and then the fly gains like web armor or something. Spider with web. Spider without web. Fly with web armor. Maybe something where they each inherit a heightened sense from the other rather than a weapon armor trade. Yeah, I'm trying to think of stuff that would be like visually interesting as well. Like I trade these two guys and they exchange notes. They come out the other side being, I've evolved from this experience. This one has a lot of potential. Shed skin. Shed skin, man. Skin is shedded. And then for intense purpose, I'll write naked man wears shed skin of the other Pokemon. Need to look up in nature if anything uses shed skin like that. French, I wish I knew what you were referencing, because out of context, it's very bizarre.
Oh my god. Whoa, I'm across the room. I'm on wheels.
So sorry. I fear I'm getting sick. Okay. I like this. I like the spider. Like, it's a really incompetent spider. So it, like, loses its web. Like, something gets caught in the web and it just escapes with the web in it. So then the spider has to, like... Ooh, it goes from, like, a web-spinning spider to a huntsman where it just ditches the webs and just runs after things. A rich man that becomes broke because it's stolen by a robber. Yeah, but what does broke mean in terms of evolution, you know? We need both to become better. I like this spider idea a lot. Huntsman. Okay. Randomized object. Random object generator. Okay, let's bring you up here. A pair of safety goggles. Snail shell! We have too much snail already. For anybody who wasn't here earlier, our Pokeball Mimic is going to be a snail, and somebody suggested a bowling snail, so I was like, what if it took off its Pokeball shell and threw it at things? Isn't that peachy? A fairy-type diffuser? Well, where is that? It's down here. I forgot that a scent diffuser was an object. Well, shit, we're already here. This is why we're doing this on stream. And I will have that evolve maybe once or twice. Not too sure. Now, cross-gen evolution. Let's generate a Pokemon. You can't evolve. You can't. You should, but you could, but that's messy. You can't. You shouldn't. You can't. Okay. What do we think the rules are in terms of Pokemon that can Mega Evolve? Do you think that they will ever be able to evolve again? Or no? Because I'm leaning no. I think they've, like, locked Sableye, Mawile, like, Manectric, Medicham are all locked into being final stages now because they've Megas. Pawmot can't evolve, Crobat can't evolve. Stop giving me Pawmot! Oh, look who it is! We just talked about this guy. Revavroom can evolve, but I don't know if I can design a Revavroom evolution in 30 seconds. You're the wrong thing. I wish his tongue was always out. Spiritomb. I can't design a Spiritomb evolution. Hawlucha into Brawlucha. Alright. No, Hawlucha has a Mega. Forgot that. Audino has a Mega. I don't want to touch Noivern. Walrein can't evolve. Delphox can't evolve. Boltund can evolve. And oh my god, is Boltund the most middle stage fucking coded Pokemon I've ever seen. I hate Boltund. I already didn't like Yamper. And it evolves into... I like dogs. What is this? Lurantis can evolve. But Lurantis is really cute. Charizard can't evolve. Zangoose can evolve, but then I'd have to evolve Seviper. Obstagoon can evolve. Ninjask is split, and it would be weird if it evolved, but also it'd be cool if it evolved. Lycanroc can evolve, but there's 3 of them. Vanillux can't. Gourgeist can, but it has a size gimmick, and also I don't like Gourgeist that much. Berserker. Actually, if I don't like Gourgeist, then I should evolve it. I made a random Seeking evolution once, because I hate Seeking, and I was like, if I can make Seeking a middle stage, then it's gone forever. I don't want to evolve Claydol. Claydol is fucking awesome. Scolipede can't evolve. Musharna can, but I don't know what I would do for... Dugong is a good one. But I feel like I've seen... a lot of Dugong evolutions now that I wouldn't be able to make one that's, like, separated. Like, I wouldn't be able to not take influence. Subconsciously, I think. Arbok is good, but Arbok has all the face-changing form things. Overquill could become Overquill. Gigalith, Dracozolt can't evolve, Gardevoir can't evolve. Golduck could evolve. But I don't know if I care enough. Toxtricity is cool. Lucario can go die. Oh, stop giving me 3. Ribombee. I really like Ribombee. Oh my god, I cannot evolve it. I cannot give an evolution to Jinx. Well, you know what? I could. I don't want to. Blossom can't. Rotom can't. Relicanth would be... No, it wouldn't! Oh! I need... There's a video I need to make. I've been scripting it for ages, and I always forget about it. And it's called, like, my Pokemon pet peeves. And one of them is whenever anybody's like, here's my Mega Evolution for Relicanth. Here's my Cross-Gen Evolution for Relicanth. Here's my Evolution for Relicanth. Here's my baby form for Relicanth. And I'm like, Relicanth's whole lore is that it does not and never has and never will evolve. Oh, what am I doing? Cross-gen evolution? Tropius? Yeah. Whoops. A lot of grass types here. Okay, nurse Pokemon. Do we want it to be normal, like Blissey and Audino? I want it to be pink. I know that. Pink doesn't mean it has to be fairy type. I feel like the unicorn or Pegasus. Ooh, I could do like fairy steel for a unicorn. And then like fairy flying for Pegasus. One of those is way better than the other. Nurse Shark. I'm gonna write pink idiot. Not that it's an idiot, but it's like, it's the same vein as like Jigglypuff or Clefairy or Audino, where it's like, what is this? Did you know Chansey's an axolotl? No, it's not. Male seahorse. Okay, I don't mean like a Pokemon that's nursing babies. I mean like a Pokemon that would be like Nurse Joy's assistant. Like a Pokemon you would find in Pokemon Centers. Like just some kind of pink, cute dumbass who's lovable. Okay, what are things that like help you feel better? Fluffy, or like things you associate with, like Harambe. Honeypot ant that can create medication with its abdomen. Guess what we have down here? Where was it? It's here somewhere. There he is. Ooh, okay, so like a honeypot ant that's full of medication. Medicant. Medicant. Yeah. Okay, what type? Okay. What type is the snail? Because I once said that snails are bugs. It's a rock. Roll that as a rock move. Say no more. I do like the idea of the nurse thing being a dog, but I'm also going to have another dog here. So I'll put you there. I'm going to say normal type dog. And then I'm going to say normal type dog Evo. I'm going to put a winking face here. And I'm going to write baby here. You'll find out on Saturday. Don't worry about it. I think it would be cool if it was face type. I don't want to have a rock ice type. If if I can avoid it. Also, I don't know why a snail would have berry juice. I think we're getting too many influences. This is literally just I go and I draw a snail bowling. It's not really any it's not that deep. Gimmick Pokemon, so we're talking like Wishiwashi or I've forgotten all of them. Like Ditto, Rotom, Eevee, Wobbuffet, Delibird, Smeargle, Swarming Bugs. I have already done that. I was thinking, would it be very cheeky of me to just insert every Pokemon I've done for a collab into this? Because I'm like, that could definitely fill out like 20 spots, I think. Or do I want them all to be brand new? Okay, do I want the gimmick to be a form change? Actually, this gimmick thing could be the Stinky Socks. Somebody wants socks that has a Stinky Socks form. Or it becomes fairy and then the... Prompts the videos are coming with new designs based on new prompts. Yeah. And I wanna... Like, ideally I wanna hit 151. Oh, this got shifted down a bit. Because it's like, it's a way to just have like a bunch of Fakemon ready to pull from if I need them. And I can expand on them later. So that's kind of why I wouldn't want to do it. The only one I'm going to be doing it with is normal type dog. But again, that's a spoiler. Oh no. Okay. I think I want the gimmick to be a form change. Do I just do Stinky Socks? Socks into Stinky Socks. I get Pokemon that want to get strong under stupid condition. Socks into Stinky Socks. Well, when you said the swarming bugs thing, that's also a fake manager that gets strong under stupid conditions. Stocks Stinky. I don't know if that's not... So I think I could have that socks thing evolve into shoes. Sticky shoes. A gimmick for me is a form change. Yeah, it's like if you run for If you have sock Pokemon in your party and you run 100 steps, it becomes stinky. What's a gimmick? What's a good gimmick? I'm gonna check another thing I have that's a secret so I can't show you guys. Sorry. It would spoil everything. Oh. Oh my god, why is the gimmick so hard? How long have I been streaming for? Okay, it's been over 2 hours. That's why my brain has stopped working. Gimmick. Okay. I'm gonna skip gimmick for now, because I'm not getting anything. I do like the idea of it's something that, like, gets strong, or maybe it's something... Okay, I'd say, like, form change or limited moves. Form change or limited moves. Foodmon. Random food generator. Okay, this one's blue for some reason. Broccoli. I made a convergent of Natalie called Broccoli. And I never made its evolutions. So I'm like, would that be cheating? Because then it's like broccoli, broccoli stack, Garga broccoli. Chips. Which kind? Where do I live? Gnocchi. I don't want to do gnocchi. Pancakes. Ooh. Big stack of pancakes could be cool. And they keep stacking up as they evolve. And what the fuck? Jam. Granola. The Italian bread. A bread basket, corn, kebabs, chicken, French toast, curry, clams, eel sushi. Okay, we're getting crazy here. Black beans, clams, lasagna, pizza, haiku, bluefish, artichoke, kidney beans, crab, bisque, carrots, corn, meatballs, egg rolls, cake, hummus, cake, lasagna, bluefish, cabbage, pizza, I like the pancakes. And then each one like stacks up on top of each other until like the third stage is like a big tower of pancakes. And maybe I'll also do broccoli, broccoli stack, and Garga broccoli. Maybe I'll do those as my convergence. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna make a call and do that. So for anybody who doesn't remember, I did, for 2024, I attempted a series called Fake Mon a Day, where each day I would make a Completely new fake one with a short and everything. I lasted 2 months because it did not do well. So for one of those days, I did broccoli, which people were very, they either loved or they hated. I'm gonna see if I can find them. That would be fake one every day. There's broccoli. But I only made broccoli, I didn't make his evolutions, so I think that this still counts. So it'll be broccoli, broccoli stack, and Garger broccoli. Or just because of a big broccoli man. The same for dues? Yeah, thank you. It's nothing I'll be attempting again, or if I do, the process will be much more streamlined and kind of. Why is this frozen? Oh. Yeah, I have to make the process much more transparent and make it like a collab. But again, with the state of Fakemon on the platform, committing myself to doing that every day is nothing that I'm too committed to. Green Giant, yes. Okay. Humanoid, child, humanoid, teen, humanoid, adult. I say child, teen, adult as like first stage, second stage, final stage. This is like Machop, Machoke, Machamp, Ralts, Curly, a Gardevoir, Gothita, Gotorita, Gotatel. I'm sure there's more I'm misremembering. I was thinking maybe something like it goes from like caveman to modern day human-ish, but I'm not sure with this. Or it could like represent like the body types. It's like endomorphic, isomorphic, whatever. Because Gardevoir is kind of just like a weird green, white thing. It's not really based on anything. You know? Am I making the sense? Delete this row. I've forgotten the name of what this is. Good thing it's written on it. Tora Koishi. Adorable. Oh my god, he's squished. We're killing him. Can't get rid of him. Should I have it be a play on lizard people? Miku. Mermaids. Doll. An adult doll! Wait a minute. Crash Test Dummy was one that I was thinking of as well, where like it gets either more like destroyed or more like resistant as it evolves. Medusa, not a bad idea. You've been hanging on to Medusa since the Pegasus one, haven't you? Okay, that's a good kind of inspo. I'll do dogs, then this is a rock. Reptile. Ooh, actually, let's do new type combo. There's 7 type combos that haven't been touched. From my memory, it's normal bug, normal rock, normal steel, normal ice. And then the 3 other ones are fire fairy, fairy ground, and rock ghost. Grace O'Malley. So let's say normal bug, rock, steel, ice, or fairy, fire, or ground, or ghost rock. For food, I could do the spaghetti monster. Well, what if I told you I've already made a flying spaghetti monster fake man? Long time ago, I made a big pasta dragon based on. It doesn't look like the flying spaghetti monster, but it is. Yeah, I like the stack of pancakes. I think it's a fun idea. Okay, I'm gonna leave those type combos there for me to sit on. Reptile. A Gila monster. I was gonna say Gila monster. Gila monster is fun. I'm sorry there's not images with this. And this will be your homework to figure out how to remember animals. A python. I don't know if I want to do a snake. I feel like snake was an option down here though. So yeah, I'll just put snake there. Or maybe I should do a reptile and a snake. I'll do a reptile and a snake. No, let me put a thing below. There we go. So I'll do non-snake and snake. Boa constrictor is a snake. What the fuck is a spider tortoise? Ah, why is he called that? He's so cute. Why is he called the spider tortoise? Ghost Rock could be a haunted castle. French, you're telling me all of my ideas that I had 12 years ago. I have a Ghost Rock haunted house called Méchante that evolves into Châteauroux. That's right, when Kalos came out, that's why they're French. Great night, I know. Something about being Irish. Wowie. Spider tortoise is fun. Common map turtle. Snake. A caiman is like a crocodile, right? Yeah. Rattlesnake. Ooh, I like the idea of the snake being a rattlesnake. Do we have a rattlesnake Pokemon? I know Seviper has a sword for a tail. There's gotta be a rattlesnake, right? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Box turtle. Why is he called box turtle? He doesn't look like a box at all. American alligator, musk turtle, box turtle. I gotta Google rattlesnake Pokemon. I'm gonna scream. Oh, Ekans has a rattle that he loses immediately. So, whatever. Dumb. Who knew Ekans had a rattle? You forgot until I mentioned it right now, didn't you? Baby rattled the mace to Morningstar. That's cool. Bing bong. Bing bong. Kind of like, it's a little bit like, oh, Tink-a-Tink, Tink-a-Ton. But I think it's different enough to be its own thing. So I'll do new type combo, have that be whatever, reptile. I'm gonna make that a color that's not totally the exact same thing. Maybe I want that reptile to be 2 stages. Fire Fairy Ant. This doesn't have this. Oh, this is gonna be normal rock for sure. Which then technically is a new type combo as well. But whatever. We can do both. Do I want the reptile to have 2 stages? Because it could just be like, it could be like Turtonator or Drampa, you know. Something man-made. So we do need the random object generator, actually. Something man-made. A book. A jar of jam. A drawer. A bottle cap. A hammer. A bowl. Shawl. Photo album. Handheld game system. Thimble. Pants. Box of chalk. Pair of binoculars. Rope. Fit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Plush dog. Flowers. Humans do not make. Okay, I guess it's objects. I have to do like man-made item generator. Generate a list of random things. Okay, this one might be better. Shovel, hair tie, desk. Whiteout, tire swing. Tire swing is a good one. Even a tire on its own could be cool. Mousepad, photo album, flag. Oh! Oh, it's... Look at it! It knows! What the hell? I've been doxxed! A bottle of water. So I want to stray away from like things I've done. Like I've done a bottle of water, Pokemon before. I'm gonna try book because books keep coming up, and I think I want this to be. Do I want this to be a fake one, where it looks like something that humans have made, or I think I want this to be something that humans made for a purpose. There was a niche, and humans said Pokemon could fill this niche. Something video game. Humans made the Pokemon. Terminator. AI slop generator. A toilet. I've already done that. something that plays music, but Rotom stereo now exists, which is cool, I guess. Helmet, bookmarks, soap. A Pokemon that keeps you clean. Soap is actually not a terrible one. You'd be like, we made this Pokemon to keep you clean. Sunglasses. Construction. I feel like it would be smaller than... Oh, I could do like security. I got rid of Terminator. Do like security, construction. A car! Somebody actually... Okay, somebody said a car. Let's do a car Pokemon. Yeah, let's make a car. Alright, Transit. Nocturnal 1 and Nocturnal 2. So this be Pokemon that live at night or come out at night. I'm like, do I want to make something new for this? Because we have like the Witch Moth and we have the Bat. I'm gonna do a Raccoon. Because I live in Canada. And that's kind of what I associate now with nighttime. Non-evolving roadblock. So this could be a huge traffic cone. Okay, I'm just gonna say traffic cone. Because it could be one enormous traffic cone, it could be like a traffic cone centipede. Could be something cool like that. This is like your Snorlax, your shoulda woulda. Alt evolution. Here we go. When traffic cone evolves into 3. Yeah, and I mean, because I'm like, I'm gonna say non-evolving. But then in Gen 5, Crustle is also a roadblock. And that does evolve, so... Oh, that's a really good idea for a Convergent is a Vanillux that's a traffic cone. And it's still called Vanillux because it comes out of a van. That's okay, friend. I can figure it out. Rules are meant to be broken. Okay, alternate evolution. Solrock doesn't evolve. Do I make a third one? Where it's like Solrock, Lunatone, Sun, the Moon, the Stars, but then Minior exists. Starrock. Melodic, Feebas evolves into an uglier thing. Capsicid evolves into a different kind of pepper guy. Trumbic. Everybody complains that a woodpecker evolves into a toucan, but woodpeckers and toucans are very, very closely related, so... Alamamola does not evolve. Delibird does not evolve. Got the Tell. Got the Rita. Kind of seems seamless. Golem is a big one for me. I love Graveler, don't like Golem. It's maybe a different final evolution. Metagross. Love Electros. Love Armaldo. You don't evolve. Can't think of what Bronzer would evolve into that isn't used. Love Sandslash. I don't like any of that line. Nuzleaf to Shiftry, don't really care. Sableye doesn't evolve. floor just looks like what floor just would. Puchiana evolves into Mytina, Simisear. Let me generate 6 of these at a time. Okay, I already have Graveler. Nothing I would deviate from here. Nothing I would deviate from here. Hoothoot. I feel like I would rather give Noctowl an evolution. Because Hoothoot is so good. It's a clock owl, and then Noctowl is just a fucking owl. Like, they completely removed everything cool about Hoothoot. So I think I would rather have Noctowl have a 3rd evolution that brings it back to being a clock, than just give Hoothoot an alternate evolution and forget that Noctowl exists. I'm rambling! Okay, Clink Clink for, ooh, a Palafin evolution where it becomes a villain. Sorry, Finn is a villain. Cloth doesn't evolve, Spinda doesn't evolve, Tornado doesn't evolve, Donphan is fine. Fine. Fine, we're all fine today. What don't I like in Pokemon? Who do I hate? What if I did an alternate Magikarp evolution that was just a bigger Magikarp? Who do I hate the most? Give me someone I hate. Please, that I can give an alternate evolution to. Another Hitmonchan. Sundial Island. Bing bong, bing bing bong. Is there any Pokemon I wish evolved differently to how it is? There are, but I can't think of them at the moment. Rock. I would love to do another Scyther evolution, but I think they have it locked in now because it's rock, paper, scissors. Palmo evolves, I feel like they should evolve Pachirisu. Well, Palmo also does evolve. For this specifically, I'm looking for something that already evolves, and I'm making an alt for. So, like, Dugong's here, so I can make an alt for Seal. But I just don't know. Oh my god, Grumpig was there. What am I doing? Spoink to Grumpig. Spoink is my king. Weepinbell. Well, I don't know what I would do with Weepinbell. Should have its own Blossom. True. Is there anything that annoys me? You already have an alt. Another Eevee! Oh, Rhyperior. Oh, Rhyperior. Oh, boy. Wow! Carnivine being a Weepinbell Evo. That's crazy. It makes sense, but it's crazy. Orbital. I'd rather evolve Seeking than change what Goldeen evolves into. Haunter to Gengar. I don't not like Gengar, I just prefer Haunter. Give me someone really, really dumb. Hydreigon actually might be a good one for me. Because Dino and Xylos are really cool, and Hydreigon looks really silly. And everybody's like, but Hydreigon's the best, coolest Pokemon ever. And it's like, no, it's not. It's got a lot of weird visual things. Okay, so I have all the stones, and I think the idea here was just to attach the stones to things. What I actually need to do at this point, I think, is figure out what types I have. And then figure out what types I'm missing. Alternate Dragonair is tempting, but people have been doing that since the dawn of time. YouTube dinner. Yeah, I'm probably wrapping up now, if not soonish, because my the old brain is chugging. But I'm going to... This has been really good progress. I'm probably going to do this for the rest of the list. I might stream again. Maybe, maybe not. Because we're just over halfway in terms of where I want to be. If I can hit 100, I'm happy. Because 100 is only there. But if not, then like... just chill. Oh, see that? That's exactly what I needed. Oh. I lost him. Firestone to Ice Stone. Firestone to Ice Stone. Wow. Looking forward to this video. Thank you. I'm looking forward to making it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there for today. And if there's another stream within the next week, I guess, I'll finish this up, but if not, I'll do it on my own time. Anyway, let me see if I still have my my goodbye screen from a long time ago. Where did I put this? Thanks for joining. It's been fantastic. Alright, there we go. Why was it so... It was so intense. Anyway, bye everyone.